Welcome to the Quarter Millennial Quilt Sew Along. I'm Teresa Coates, and today we're going to make the Mississippi block. I've got all of my pieces cut out according to the pattern, and I've got them on the board wrong side up. So my right side is over here. I'm going to lay it out this way because when we're cutting it, it's going to make it easier. So the Mississippi block, I wanted it to kind of represent the Mississippi River. So we're going to do some gentle curve piecing today and a little bit of improv. So I'm going to get my blocks moved around so that I can do the cutting here a little bit easier. So I'm going to put these in pairs because these match. Okay, so I'm going to put those over here, and we're going to start with these 3 middle pieces. All right, so I've got these. They're all the exact same length and width. All right, so I'm going to put these together, and we want to put them together so that they have a little bit of a curve, kind of like a river. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap the white onto this. And you can do this in any color order that you want to. I'm going to do it here, and I'm going to overlap this by about 1/2 inch. Okay, so lay this down. We're not going to be terribly exact. I just want to lay this down. I also have a little clip in my fabric that I was like, I'm just going to try to swirl around that. So we're going to see if I can make that happen. So I've got these put on here. Okay, they're overlapping a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and use my little Sew Tights magnets here to hold the fabrics in position. If you don't have the Sew Tights, you'll just kind of have to keep a hand on it a little bit more. All right, so I'm also using my 28mm rotary cutter. So this is the smaller one. And I've got a nice fresh blade in here so that it will cut really easily. So one of the things we don't want to do is push as we're doing this, because we're going to kind of cut along the biases a little bit. So it will tend to stretch more if we use a bigger rotary cutter. So using a small one is super helpful. Okay, so I've replaced the blade, ready to go. And I'm just going to cut this randomly, however I want to, up the side here. And curl that back. I can kind of pull things to be how I want them and keep a nice pressure on this. Okay. So now what we've done is we've cut these 2 pieces so they had the exact same curve. And then we're going to be able to sew them together. But first, before I try to sew them, I want to mark them. And this is important for trying to keep it so that you can get them together evenly and you don't lose these curves. So I know that in certain places like this deep curve, I'm going to want to make sure that they match. Make sure they match here. And you can just find 3 or 4 places that you're gonna match. Okay, if you want to match more than that, go for it. I'm gonna do one down here too, just to see how well we can keep them together. All right, so I'm going to take these apart, and now I'll have a little piece of the blue under here. Get rid of that as well. Now we're going to put these together. So I want to first put pins in one side. I'm going to do that on the darker fabric here. So I'm just going to put a pin right in that mark. Right there. One of these doesn't match. Okay, so then I can go ahead and I can put this back together, and I can see that my little lines are going to match with my pins. All right, so that's the first step. Now I'm going to turn this over, move this to the side. Okay, and then we're going to put these together. And again, as we sew, we're going to make sure and match the line here with the pin as we go. All right, so this seems really weird that we won't be able to sew it together, but we can. And the trick to doing this, you can absolutely kind of do it freehand through the machine, but the easiest way to do it is with a glue stick. So we're going to do that, and we're just going to glue a little bit at a time. So we did this before when we did the New York Beauty block, and I showed you how to glue it together and make it a little easier. We're going to do that same thing here. So I'm going to glue just a little bit. I'm going to put this pin in to hold it together there. Then I can pull this back and put a little bit more glue right along this edge. And again, we're going to have a 1/4 inch seam allowance, so I know I need to keep it within that area. And then I'm just going to kind of pull the fabric, get my right sides together. Okay, and on places like this where wants to bend the other direction, it's easiest if you kind of pick it up, squish it together, just pinch it. All right. I'm going to get it just past that pin, so I can make sure those match. And then I'll repin it to keep those edges together. And then I'll just do this the whole way down. Okay, so here I can see they're a little bit off as I'm starting to glue them. So I'm going to put this pin here. I'm going to check this. Looks like it could be a little further this direction. So let me try to get my lines to match a little better here. Okay, and I could just repin that, and then I'll put a little bit of glue back in here and get it to stick down once again. So trying to get these right before we start sewing is super important. All right, so make sure I've got that stuck pretty well. I'm going to put a little bit more there, get it to refresh, stick really nicely. Recap my glue. All right, so now I'm going to take this to the sewing machine, and you can see it's not going to lay very flat, and that's because we've got all these curves coming together. So now we're going to take it to the machine. We're just going to slowly feed it through here and sew with 1/4 inch seam allowance. All right, so I've got my machine set up so that I'm going to set it to a 2.0 stitch length, and I've got it set up so that the side of my foot here is my 1/4 inch. I'm going to put this down. And then we're just going to sew right along this edge. And I'm just going to kind of keep an eye here and make sure that my edges are staying together. Okay, and I'm not going to worry too much about what's happening here if these aren't even, because they're not going to be. Sewing the two kind of opposite curves together here, it's going to make it have a little bit of body. Use my stiletto, make sure this stays where I want it to. All right, so now I've got it pieced. You can see it kind of will work really, really nicely here. We're going to press this. So we're going to cut and sew and press as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my ironing board, and I'm going to do it right over here so that it's really easy for me to go back and forth with you guys. But I want to show you that I've got 2 layers of cutting mat here so that no heat is going to get through to my cutting mat, because that will distort your board really badly. So we want to make sure no heat gets down there. All right, so now I've got this. I'm going to press this. You could press them open, but I'm going to press them to the darker side here so that my white doesn't have a seam allowance behind it. So I'm just going to take this and give it a little press. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this is my middle strip. I'm going to put the other strip of white over here. So again, we're going to do it from the wrong side. I'm going to lay these two together on top of each other. I can kind of see a little bit of an edge here. So I could see a little edge underneath. You probably can't see the blue under, but I could see it just a little bit. If you have one of those light tables, this is a great opportunity to use that, where you have the light table and the cutting mat on it. It's a perfect time to use it. Okay, so let me put a few of these magnets on here just to hold things where I want them to. All right, and I'm going to use my little stiletto down here to keep my fingers out of the way. All right, so again, we've got a little bit of a curve going here. Give it that kind of river look. All right, so now here are my two pieces. I've got them marked up, and I'm just going to do the same, or I've got them lined up. I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to mark both sides. Okay, and then I'll put some pins in. The darker side that's going to be on the bottom. Okay, so now I can flip this over, and these will match over here. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to use my little glue stick and glue down each section, repin it. All right, now that that's glued in place, I will go ahead and sew this one. Okay, now I can give this a nice good pressing here. Make sure it's how I want it to be. Kind of has that little river look to it. And then we're just going to keep doing the same process with each of the colors building out as we go. So I'm going to start with the next row, and we'll keep on going. Now that I've got it all pressed and ready to go, I need to cut it into the square. I'm going to trim it up. And I'm going to use my square ruler, but to get started with this, I'm actually going to use some tape that is made specifically for this. If I can find the end there. There we go. And I'm going to mark my 8.5 inch square. So I'm just going to lay this on here, and I'm going to lay it just inside my line. Okay, so there, and I can measure across. It's going to come about there. See if I can tear that. Nope, it wants to cut. Okay, so we've got that all in position, and then I'm going to do it the other direction. So measuring it at 8.5. Clip that. Okay, so now both these run at the 8.5 on the outside edge of my tape. Okay, so now it's easy for me to tell if this is going to fit or how it's going to fit in the space that I have. So 8.5 inch square is what I need. So I'm going to take this on here, and I can lay this. Here's my 45 line, which is what I want. And I can just kind of play with this until it looks like what I want it to be in this space right here. So I should get a little bit of red on either side because that was my intention. Looks like that'll work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this side and that side. And I'm going to take it and twist it and do the same thing, but put those lines against the edge of my fabric. So I know that'll be my 8.5. Double check and then trim off these sides. And there we've got a Mississippi block.